Please like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and please press the bell icon so that you get to know when my latest video has come. And to learn more and to find a video relevant to you, please do check out my videos list.
Hello, Namaskar and Adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan, once more with you from your very own channel Astro Assurance. There are specific requests which are made to me about making videos on X topic or Y topic, and one such request was to make videos on specific degrees or degrees, the importance of degrees in astrology or in your horoscope. Now I had made one video which was about importance of specific degrees. However, today I am going to talk about in line of the request. I am going to talk about something aligned to that, but more related to the ascendant and how the degree of the ascendant impacts the entire horoscope, and how the degree of the ascendant should be seen in the light of amalgamation of energies, or the merger of energies, basis what the degree of the ascendant is. So firstly, we know why specific degrees are very important. Various shlokas tell us that at specific degrees various planets get exalted or debilitated, and hence if planets get exalted or debilitated at specific degrees, for example, Sun gets exalted at specifically 10 degrees or exactly 10 degrees in Aries, Jupiter gets exalted at 5 degrees in Cancer, then obviously we will also have to look at, or we have to keep in mind that if importance of specific degrees to the last degree is so much, then specific degrees of the ascendant and degrees in general are also very, very important. So why is the degree of the ascendant very, very important? Now the degree of the ascendant is very important because basis the degree of the ascendant, the strength of all the houses are decided. How are they decided? For example, if your ascendant is say at 10 degrees of Sagittarius, then because the general rule is to take the degree of the ascendant to be the center point of the house, then the 10 degree of the ascendant of Sagittarius means that, and taken at the center, means you have 15 degrees on either side of the center point. So if Sagittarius is at 10 degrees, that means there are 20 more degrees left for Sagittarius to go, and 15 degrees have already passed before it. So that means at the 10th degree, if it's the center, then the 10 degrees of Sagittarius out of the 15 degrees have already passed, and 5 degrees of Scorpio have been included in that. So if the center point is 10 degrees of Sagittarius, so the last 15 degrees will have the last 5 degrees of Scorpio and the first 10 degrees of Sagittarius, and the next 15 degrees from the center point will be from the 10th degree to the 25th degree of Sagittarius, which means at 10 degrees of Sagittarius, the next 15 degrees are of Sagittarius, the last 10 degrees are of Sagittarius, which means the entire house, the Lagna, is occupied by 25 degrees of Sagittarius. That means overwhelming energy of the Lagna is that of Sagittarius. However, say for example the Lagna is at only 2 degrees, 1 degree, 2 degrees, anything less than 5 degrees, which means that only 3 or 4 degrees have passed before the center point, and so the last 2 or 3 degrees must be of Sagittarius, and before that 12 or 13 degrees are of Scorpio at the first 15 degrees of the Lagna, and the next 15 degrees of the Lagna will be from the 2nd or 3rd degrees of Sagittarius up to 17 to 18 degree of Sagittarius, which means out of the entire Lagna, 18 to 19 degrees are of 17 to 18 degrees are of Sagittarius, whereas 12 to 13 degrees are of Scorpio, for example. So you have to see that now that the Lagna will have almost 55 to 45% ratio, with 45% of Scorpio and 55% of Sagittarius. So here Scorpio will play a strong role in determining the energies of the Lagna. So while the Lagna Lord will remain Jupiter, because Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is the rising ascendant or the rising sign, so obviously the importance of Sagittarius cannot be undermined, and so Jupiter will remain the Lagna Lord. However, the energies of Scorpio will also play a large part or a big part in determining the Lagna's energies, which means it will determine how the person thinks, the kind of health the person has, the kind of status or standing in society the person has. Overall life will also be guided by majorly Sagittarius energies, but also to a large part also Scorpio energies, and this have to be kept in mind. Now, why is it affecting the entire horoscope? Because if the first house gets affected with 50% energies roughly between Sagittarius and the next sign, which is in between previous sign of Scorpio and the next sign of Sagittarius, then the second house will have major energies of Capricorn, but a large part of Sagittarius energies also, and so on. And then the third house will have major energies of Capricorn and the large part of energies of Aquarius, and so on. So each house then will affected by the 55% of energies of the particular sign that is ruling the house, but 45% of the previous sign that also plays its part. And so each house will have an amalgamation of energies, and other energies or a dual energies will determine the manifestation of the house, the thinking of the house, the decision of the house, the results of the house, and the relations connected to that house. And so that's why all the signs, all the houses will also be affected by the duality of energies or the overlap of energies rather than the duality. I have also talked about the Bhav Chalit chart, but that is more about the placements in specific houses and how they play, and how do you look at planets placement in the respective houses basis their placement in signs. Here I am talking about specifically how the ascendant may change and how that manifests the remaining horoscope. Now, on the other hand, say for example, then how does it play a part in the person's life? Now, when we looked at Scorpio energies playing a major part, while the ascendant is that of Sagittarius, so such a person, while we will have a very fiery denotation, fiery thinking, Sagittarius energies, is very free-minded, likes his freedom, is also has a wanderlust, likes the good life, likes to study, has a learning bent of mind. But the Scorpio energies of being more mystical, more mysterious, also play a part. Such a person will also be somebody who may want to keep some of the cards close to his or her chest, will not reveal everything to everyone. So or his or her secrets will be known only to very few close people, and most of the things will be inside his heart or shared with only those people where the person feels are trustworthy. And such a person may not trust others easily, neither will others find it easier to trust such a person, in spite of this person seeming to be more of a Sagittarius denotation, where he is lively, he likes he or she likes their space, is very outgoing, is extrovert, likes to travel, and so on. A lot of Sagittarius energy is also there, but the Scorpio energies will also manifest every now and then. So the people will see that, can we really trust this person? Should we also share our secrets easily and openly with such a person? And so because there is Scorpio energies also in the Lagna, so the Lagna is also affected every now and then by the duality of the sign energies, which means the person gets an opportunity, for example, to do certain things, to study, to go abroad and all, but the Scorpio energies, the 8th house energies, so the person may also face upheavals, may also face obstacles and challenges, but because the fiery energy of Sagittarius is also there, and the good luck of the 9th house manifestation is there, many a time the person is able to overcome the obstacles and still meet his target if Jupiter plays a very, very strong part in the horoscope also. So that's how one should see the the manifestation. On the other hand, say for example, if the ascendant is at 26th or 27th degree of Sagittarius, which means only 2 degrees, and if 27th degree or 28th degree is taken as the center point, then that means the last 15 degrees have been from, say, the 13th degree of Sagittarius to 28th degree of Sagittarius, and the next 15 degrees will have 2 degrees of Sagittarius and remaining 13 degrees of Capricorn. So that means while the Lagna still is Sagittarius, the Lagna Lord is still Jupiter, however, then the Capricorn energies will also play a strong part. Now for such a person, while the person sometimes get angry very quickly, is little assertive in his or her demeanor, but at the same time these are fiery energies. Sagittarius is a fiery sign. The next sign, Capricorn, is an earth sign, and earth signs are generally known to be a little more stubborn. So such a person may also be more stubborn. So firstly, may get into an assertive, even maybe some misunderstandings may lead into one or two words being exchanged, and so this person will not forget easily, will also be stubborn and hold on to his or her position, will not easily let go. It will not be easy for the person to say, okay, let bygones be bygones, raat gayi to baat gayi, time has passed, so let things move on. He or she may not look at it that way, but they will look at it from that this person has really done me wrong, so I will not forgive this person easily, and they hold on to that baggage because they are stubborn and they don't want to apologize easily. So I'm apologizing to those people who have 27th to 28th or 29th degree of Sagittarius. These are more probabilities. There is no guarantee, but there are strong probabilities that such a thing may happen. Now, if Sagittarius is the Lagna, but it has Capricorn energies also in the Lagna, then what happens to the 4th house? 4th house should then have energies of Pisces and the next sign energies which are Aries also. Then what happens to the 7th house? So the 7th house will also have energies of Gemini, but major energies of Cancer also, the next sign. Then what happens to the 10th house? The 10th house will have energies of Virgo, but also energies of the next sign, which is Libra, and so on. So each of the house will also have manifestation of that. Now what happens, the turning point can be when there are more planets placed in the earth sign. So if there are more planets, say, placed in the Lagna itself, but the last 2 or 3 degrees of the Lagna, and there are 1 or 2 planets which have gone into the Virgo sign, 1 or 2 planets have gone into the Taurus sign, then there are more earth energies which are playing the part in the horoscope. And so then the Capricorn energies, because Capricorn is an earth sign and there are more planets placed in the earth sign, so the Capricorn energies or the earth energies will play a larger part in how the person thinks, how the person acts, rather than the Sagittarius energies or the fiery energies. And so then the person will come across as somebody who is outgoing, who is extrovert and fun loving, enjoys his freedom, likes to travel, wants to learn through his experiences and all. However, at the same time, a large part of the person will also have the earth energies of being very, very fixated on his or her target, moving towards his targets, have strong willpower, will also be stubborn in getting what he or she wants, will be a little stubborn in in relationships also and at work also, and will be more analytical because of the Virgo energies, will be more materialistic because of the Taurus energies, and so on. So that's how one should be looking at that amalgamation or the merger of energies when you have specific degrees of Lagna being affected by a cusp of the signs taking over the energies rather than one sign only ruling the ascendant. So generally it is best that the ascendant is between 10 to 20 degrees, which means the sign, whichever is the rising sign, will hold major part of the Lagna of the house or the first house, rather than sharing of energies with any other sign. Whatever the degree of the Lagna is, the Lagna will always, the rising sign will always have more than its share. That means more than 15 degrees it will definitely rule in any instance. However, even if 13 or 14 degrees are ruled of the Lagna by any other sign, and there are more planets placed in that sign and those related to that sign, more in fire energies or more earth energies or more water energies, for example, then automatically the other sign plays a stronger part. And so whenever your ascendant is less than 10 degrees, especially if between 0 to 5 degrees or between 25 to 30 degrees, then you have to be more careful of, if it's more than 25 degrees, then you need to be more careful of how the next sign energies play a part in your ascendant. But if it's less than 5 degrees, the previous sign energies play a part in your Lagna. And same thing for each of the houses, not just the Kendra houses, any of the other houses also, where the previous sign energies will play a larger sway if the ascendant is less than 5 degrees, whereas the next sign energies will play a larger role if the ascendant is more than 25 degrees. So keep this in mind and look deeply into how you are as a person, what your personality is. Check with your relatives or your near and dear ones who know you very well, what kind of a personality that you come across. Basis, do you come across as more true to your ascendant, or the previous sign or the next sign? Similarly in partnerships, how you are. Similarly at work, how you are. Similarly and in your domestic life, how you are. Similarly in the education, how you are, because then you will know your actual strengths of the lagna, actual strengths of the house. The strengths of the houses can also be looked at aspects of the planets, yogas, that is a secondary thing. However, by purely sign energies and their degrees, to a large extent you will be able to see what the energies of your horoscope are, irrespective of the placement, because the placements can be different for different people. But all the people who have the ascendant between 25 to 30 degrees, you will find that the next sign energies will definitely play a major part, and all those people who are ascendant is between 0 to 5 degrees, you will find that the previous sign energies will play a strong part in your horoscope, irrespective of where your planets and how they are placed. So friends, look into your own horoscope and see what is the specific degree of your ascendant, and how that specific degree is also determining the second house, third house, fourth house, all the houses energies, and which signs the planets are more placed in, and because of that is the previous sign energies more giving you manifestation of the lagna, or the next sign energies are manifesting strongly in your lagna, and accordingly prepare yourself and look at life going forward, keeping in mind the amalgamation or the synergies of energies. So friends, like this video, share this video, and if you're looking for a personal consultation from me, please reach out to me at the links given below. Until some other time with some other video, this is your friend astrologer and guide Irfan signing off. Ciao.